For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Defense can't stop. Keep those sticks moving.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Allen. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded right at the goal line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they won.
And it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here's Peyton up the middle. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Allen going to throw. Out to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Now again, here's Peyton running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Commander's 9-yard line.
Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusives. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. McPherson now for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through.
Commanders nothing. Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Rodgers.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Pacheco. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 10-yard line.
They'll motion McLaurin left.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Odell Beckham from 10 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Will Anderson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
That's what we have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been coughing him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 43 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Commanders 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Touchdown! Allen Robinson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll buy some time right. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if... And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Peyton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On play action, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Alec Pierce, 32 yards. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Bears 34, Commanders 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Bears 41, Commanders 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now Rodgers. And that is caught downfield by Beckham.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Rolling to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, here comes Peyton. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. On the run, it's Peyton. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Running it here with Peyton. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down there.
They'll try and run for it with Peyton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen now on the option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll run now with Peyton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Bears first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. That one goes for 8 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Bears 48, Commanders 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try the left side. Peyton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 141 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They run again with Peyton. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
On second down, Peyton, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Up the middle they go. Peyton. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third down, here's Peyton. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
And they take a knee. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And they will take a knee here. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's